there, YouTube! So there's one thing that I love with all of my heart and all of my soul, and that is High School Romance Shojo manga. This is a thing that I have loved for so long, and like it is by far my #1 favorite genre of manga to read. Today I'm going to be recommending you some of my personal favorite High School Romance Shojo manga. The first manga I'm going to recommend is Ohhara Ride by Sakisaka. So this is the story about Futaba, and Futaba kind of like goes into high school wanting to reinvent herself. So she kind of like creates this character for herself. She's not being super true to herself. Also, Futaba has this like unrequited love from middle school that's kind of like weighing on her. Is kind of like they both knew they liked each other but nothing happened. So it's very like unfulfilling in that way. So it's kind of like stuck with her for a few years now. And one day she finds out that that kid that she had the crush on, Ko, he's actually back in town and he's actually been at her high school for a whole year without her noticing. Ohhara Ride is kind of this story about rediscovering yourself and others. Futaba spends some time trying to kind of rediscover who she is after deciding that this character that she's created is not her, and rediscovering who this person Ko is that she used to have such a big crush on. Kind of rediscovering him, you know, there's romance, re-falling in love, that sort of thing. And it's just such like a good story. I have a lot of love for Ohhara Ride. Some people do say it's a little bit too teenage drama-y in some places, but I do believe that there's an audience for that, and if you love like all of the twists and turns and drama of a high school romance manga, then Ohhara Ride is your, like, I guess, thing. There is an anime adaptation of this. I believe it's only 1 season, so it doesn't cover very much of the manga at all. There's so much more story that happens after the anime ends, and it doesn't look like there's going to be any more anime, but reading the manga is always better, I think. The next manga I have to recommend for you is probably the #1 softest manga I have ever read, and that is Honey So Sweet, and this is by Meguro, and this is just like the softest thing I've ever read. I don't know how else to explain it. You can tell by like the covers just like how adorable the art and the story in this manga is gonna be. This is the story about Nao and about Taiga, and so Nao is just kind of this like cute, happy girl. She's had some tragedy in her past. Her parents actually were in an accident, so she lives with her uncle. They were in an accident and they died. So she lives with her uncle now, and then Taiga is kind of like this person that a lot of people put a lot of misconceptions on. The way I like to describe Taiga is that he is the definition of looks like he could kill you, but is actually a cinnamon roll. Just this kid who everybody thinks is a delinquent, but really he's just a super sweet boy who kind of likes to dye his hair, and he loves animals. He's just super cute and super shy, and just it's unfortunate that a lot of people kind of put this like image of him onto him. One day Taiga suddenly confesses to Nao. This confession seems like it's out of the blue, but in reality Taiga has held these feelings for a long time. In middle school, Nao extended some help to him when he was beaten up and cold in the rain, and she gave him some band-aids and an umbrella, and it's very cute. So it's just kind of like them exploring their relationship and just being adorable together. The art in this is super floaty and cute and just full of all that shoujo light charm, and it's just like if you want your heart to be warmed, this is the manga for you. This is also a shorter series. I believe it's only 8 volumes. I have the first 3 here. I've only read the first 3, but I'm excited to read the rest. But there's only 8 volumes in this series, which means that the story moves very quickly. I feel like most shoujo manga is like 15 or more volumes. I think most end around like 20. So this one is very short for a like high school romance manga, and I really appreciate that because sometimes the story drags on too long in some series, but this one is very quick and short. Also, I might project a little bit of my fangirliness onto this manga. The main character really his character design really reminds me of this J-pop idol that I really like. So I kind of have projected my image of that idol onto Taiga. The next manga I have to recommend is, I think technically classified as a shonen manga, but it's still high school romance and it's still super cute and I love it, so I'm going to include it in here anyway. And that is Horimiya, and this is by HERO and Daisuke Hagiwara. That's what it is. This was actually originally as a webcomic, like a 4-panel webcomic, and then it got really popular, so they made it into a actual manga series. This is super fun. I really like this one. So this is about two characters, Hori and Miyamura. So both Hori and Miya have secrets. Hori is this popular girl in school. She's really pretty. She has lots of friends in school, but she never goes out after school to hang out with anybody. And then Miyamura is kind of looks like this like loner otaku fanboy type of character. He wears glasses, long hair always in his face, and he's always wearing long sleeves even in the summer. Both of these characters have a secret. Hori's secret is that she has to take care of her younger brother and her house because her parents work a lot and are almost never home. And Miyamura's secret is that he actually has lots of piercings and lots of tattoos, so he's kind of this like edgy boy in private. Both of these characters end up finding out each other's secrets and they develop a relationship because they know each other's secrets. It's really great. Both these characters are really comfortable with each other because they know each other very well and they know each other's secrets. And so just the relationship and the friendship and the kind of romantic relationship that develops between these characters is super fun to watch. It's got a great cast of characters. It's super funny and just really, really enjoyable. I can't wait to read more of Horimiya. Next, I have a new favorite. I've only read 2 volumes of this so far, but I cannot wait to get the rest. And it is Waiting for Spring. And this is by Anashin. So Waiting for Spring, I can't really describe how or why I love this series so much already. So this is about this girl, Mitsuki, and she wants to experience true friendship, I guess. She doesn't have a lot of close friends. She knows people at school, but she's a little bit lonely. And then one day at her part-time job, the 4 stars of the high school basketball team show up in the cafe that she works at. So from there, she kind of like develops this relationship and this friendship with these 4 boys. At her high school, these 4 boys are kind of like mobbed. They have a huge fan club, and so she doesn't really want to be a part of that, so she kind of keeps this relationship secret from the rest of the school, really. She doesn't publicize her relationship with these boys. So it's just kind of like her, I don't know, navigating her friendship with these popular boys and kind of seeing what their charms are, and then there's a little bit of romance that develops that's turning out to be very good. I love it so much. And then there is also this plot with her childhood friend Aya, which turns out to be very interesting. This seems like a standard shoujo manga, but there's just some sort of charm to this that I can't explain. And you just need to read it to feel it, really, because it's really just like a feeling that I get from this that just hits all of those great shoujo beats. I really like the art style of this. It just seems very clean and fresh and fun, and I'm just having a great time with Waiting for Spring, and I need to get the rest. The next manga I want to talk about, I actually don't own any copies of this manga, but it is probably in my top 3 favorite manga of all time, and it is Kimi ni Todoke, From Me to You. Kimi ni Todoke. I have so many feelings about this manga that I'm going to try to express them all to you. So, Kimi ni Todoke is the story about Sawako, and Sawako is a lonely high school girl. She doesn't have any friends, and a lot of the people in her school are actually scared of her, but it doesn't have anything to do with her personality. Sawako is sweet and kind and shy and reserved, but a lot of people think like she looks like the girl from The Grudge. She has long, straight black hair, and since she's so shy and doesn't have a lot of friends, she kind of like looks down so the hair comes into her face, and just people kind of stay away from her because she looks so spooky. But she's really not. She's actually so adorable. Kimi ni Todoke is the story about Sawako meeting new people, gaining friends, and learning like basically blossoming into like a wonderful person. She learns how to navigate friendships and romance through the people that she meets, and especially through Kazehaya. Kazehaya is king. Kazehaya is the love interest in Kimi ni Todoke, and he is like #1 most refreshing boy ever. Like, live action Kazehaya is the best. Haruma, So good. I love him so much. He's such a nice, refreshing boy. Like, refreshing is the word that I use for him because, like, that's what he feels like. He's just so refreshing. Yeah, she develops this relationship with Kazehaya, and it is like the cutest, most pure, beautiful thing I've ever read. This manga is actually completed. It has 23 volumes. I actually have not read the last volume. I've read everything up until the last volume, and I just haven't gotten around to it. I haven't bought it yet. It's looming over my head, and I have an idea of where this could go, but I'm all worried about a few little things, so hopefully I can get to that soon and kind of ease my heart in how this series ends. But definitely, if you're going to pick up a high school shoujo manga series, read Kimi ni Todoke, please. The last series that I want to talk about is also in my top 3 favorite manga of all time, and it is Hanazakari no Kimitachi or Hana Kimi, For You in Full Bloom. And this is, I love it so much. So I started reading this manga when I was in high school. My friends and I were all obsessed with it, and we would trade volumes back and forth. So this is the first 3 volumes, but I have volumes 1 through 5 and then also randomly number 9. I need to get the rest of this because it's so good. I love it so much. This series actually, now that I think about it, has kind of a weird concept for it, but stay with me. The main character is Mizuki, and Mizuki sees some sort of TV program or a magazine interview with this high school high jumper Sano, and she just becomes completely enamored with Sano and just like falls in love, admires him so much that she wants to go to the same high school as Sano and meet him and like befriend him. I don't know. So like a little bit of a stalkerish kind of creepy plot there, but we're just gonna ignore that. Shoujo manga is a little bit ridiculous, but trust me, it's a very good series. But the thing about going to the same school as Sano is that Sano goes to an all-boys high school. Yeah, imagine just like the movie She's the Man, and you've got it. There's so much fun to be had with this story. There is like Mizuki trying to keep her secret from everybody else and like living at this school in the dorm. She ends up being Sano's roommate, so it's just trying to hide her like admiration from him, and then also trying not to reveal that she's a girl. And then it's just like got a great cast of characters. The school doctor is particularly great, and then Nakatsu, like the second like kind of love interest, is like the best. He's so hilarious. This manga, like if you can get your hands on Hana Kimi, I believe they sell it in omnibus version now, but like read Hana Kimi, please. It's so good. And several live action drama remakes of this. I believe there's 2 Japanese versions, there's a Taiwanese version, I think there's a Korean version too, I'm not sure, but they are all very different than the manga, so and the manga is much better in my opinion. So read Hana Kimi, please. There's 23 volumes, it's completed, it's great. Please read Hana Kimi if you have the chance. So those are my kind of current favorite shoujo manga recommendations. Let me know in the comments if you've read any of these, what you think about them, or if you have any new suggestions for shoujo manga that I should definitely check out, because I am always on board for more. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more bookish and nerdy content from me. That's all I've got for you guys today. I'm Chrissy Lou. Till next time, mata ne! Also, sidebar, I really want to thank everybody for subscribing to my channel and sticking with me, because I finally broke my like subscriber curse. I was stuck in the same place for a long time, and I've like broken it, and I'm very happy, and I hope that this year I can continue to grow and create more good content for you. So thank you very much for helping me reach 1900 subscribers. I'm very appreciative of it. Thank you.